Oh yeah. KiwiRadio.nz, the weekly show that specializes in showcasing hot as tracks from New Zealand. And what a show we've got for you today. We have three wonderful guests in the sideline. Sit back, relax, enjoy some great tunes from Jeff Ong, Lorenza Vici, and Lisa Grace. I am your host, Ralphie. Let's get started with the show. First track is Kyla Greening with a very beautiful song called Rich Girl. This is actually in my favorites, and Lisa also recommended it as well. First up, we have Lisa on the phone. She will be chatting to us straight after this track. What a great way to start the show. Welcome, KiwiRadio.nz.
Same van we had since I was 9 years old. I learned the value of a dollar when my parents were broke. They taught me loving to be grateful for whatever we owned. I love the hand-me-downs I had when I was 9 years old. 99-cent bread at the shop on the side of the road. Every day we would be fed and had a place to call home. Heaven gave me my best friends. I treat my cousins like gold. They wear the hand-me-downs I had when I was 9 years old. Ooh, you see my skies, they were already blue. But when I met you, I felt something so new. I didn't know I needed someone like you. You make me a rich girl, feel like a treasure that's so rare. Fill my soul with love that's as sweet as the night air. Safe with all the world's money, wouldn't even compare to what we have right here. You make me a rich girl, you know I'd be on the next plane. And I would run to you cause I don't wanna be away. Though the oceans divide us, no it could never change what we have right here. You make me a rich girl. You make me a rich girl. Yeah. Oh, Sunday dinner around the table and it's getting so loud. Got me playing my guitar, kinda sing along style. All my family's asking about you cause I think they can tell that it's me and you forever, and it's making me smile. Ooh, you see my skies, they were already blue. But when I met you, I felt something so new. I didn't know I needed someone like you. Say you make me a rich girl, feel like a treasure that's so rare. Fill my soul with a love that's as sweet as the night air. Safe with all the world's money, wouldn't even compare to what we have right here. You make me a rich girl, you know I'd be on the next plane. And I would run to you cause I don't wanna be away. Though the oceans divide us, no it could never change what we have right here. You make me a rich girl. Oh, cause I'm rich in your love, safe in your arms. You make me feel like I'm dripping in diamonds. Said you're so good to me, baby, you're everything. Cause you make me, baby, you make me rich. I'ma show you like la 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 la.
Awesome sounds by Kyla Greening from Hamilton, New Zealand. Guess what? She is actually going to be collaborating with Lisa Grace later on this year with some great new music. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. Who is Lisa Grace? Well, she is a breaking new artist from New Zealand. We have her on the phone. She's got a debut new single called Stay, which we're about to listen to now. It's about the conflict between progression and disappointment and the difficulty of honoring your accomplishments when all you can see is your failures. We'll actually get her to talk about it in her own words. But first of all, big round warm welcome to Lisa Grace.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to KiwiRadio.nz. Great track. I'm
Thank
very
you.
excited for your collaboration coming up with Kyla Greening. That should be fun.
Me too. I'm very excited. She's a good friend, and so we love working together and writing together. And we wrote this tune sort of last year with a few of our other friends as well. But yeah, really excited to share that one too. And actually the song out together.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Welcome to the airwaves. I know you've been doing the radio rounds as well. We're not the only radio station playing Stay, but we're going to debut it to our New Zealand audience right now. Thanks to all 13 online listeners tuned in to KiwiRadio.nz.
Oh, awesome.
Hello to you. But we're also simulcast on upfm.co.nz, and we have a few more on that station as well. So, 2 in 1.
Perfect.
You're doing 2 in 1 radio stations today. That's fantastic.
Oh, good. Oh, my gosh.
Well, tell us about your journey in music.
My journey in music. Oh, yes. How far back do we go? I've kind of always grown up around music, just my parents have always played music around the house, but also my sister is a singer, Anna Hawkins. I think it's kind of been natural, I suppose, for me to also pursue a career in music because I've seen her do it as well. And I also, love singing with her. Started playing guitar when I was in primary school, and then I was just kind of singing in my room, playing covers all the time, and eventually started writing my own songs.
That's an exciting development, and I see you're also doing backup vocals for a few other acts as well, so you're a busy girl.
Yes, yeah.
Tell us about the other projects that you're singing in.
The other projects? Well, I have just recently do a little bit with Kyla, and so I sang backing vocals for her. She opened for Sandy in Hamilton a few weeks ago. I sang backing vocals for her, and I've done that kind of in the past as well.
Cool.
That's always good fun. Her tracks are really fun to sing with. And then we sang our song that we've written together as well.
Well, how does it feel to finally release some original music?
Oh man, it feels so good. It's been just such a long time coming. Like my whole life, I've always wanted to release my own music. I've been writing for a long time, I think, and I've always wanted to do it. But I don't know. I think just the struggle of trying to figure it out, of how to sort of do it and how to pursue this career, I think is part of what has sort of stopped me. So it feels really good to finally get it out, and I'm just excited to sort of have got that first one done, and I can sort of keep looking forward to releasing more of the music that I've got ready.
Well, it sounds like you've got music in your blood, so we're very excited to see what your adventure looks like, starting from the very, very beginning of her debut single, which you heard here on KiwiRadio.nz. Now, I've mentioned roughly what the song is about, but did I miss anything out? Are there any other things you want to talk about with the song?
I mean, I don't know if we want to. It's kind of means a lot of different things, I think, to me, and sort of what it's become to mean. But a lot of it is about sort of pursuing that dream of music, and it could be anything, but just kind of what you want in life, and feeling like a little bit stuck, and you sort of repeat these cycles or these patterns that sort of make you feel like you're in the same place, or like you're not moving forward with that, maybe that dream or the aspiration that you have. Stay really sort of touches on all of that I've felt like leading up to finally releasing the song in a way. And so that's why it kind of feels good to be the first release, because it's sort of like I can close that chapter in a way and be like, okay, I'm trying to not stay stuck in fear, and I'm just going to try and move forward and pursue this dream the best I can.
Well, we wish you all the best. Is there anyone you want to dedicate the song to?
To anyone who kind of relates to this feeling, I think. I would say if you relate to the words and the lyrics, then then yeah, I think the song is for you. But I hope that it uplifts you and empowers you, and helps you whatever you're dreaming or wherever you're stuck. I hope that it empowers you to just like take that step forward, and be so stoked with whatever step that is that you've taken. It can be small, big, it can be whatever, but yeah, celebrate it.
You're definitely taking the steps this year, and we wish you all the best, Lisa. Please stay in touch. And where can we find you, by the way? Where can anyone find you online for your music?
You can find me under Lisa Grace Hawkins on Instagram, and if you look Lisa Grace up on Facebook and Lisa Grace on YouTube, if you type up Lisa Grace Hawkins, you'll find me.
That's awesome. Emerging pop soul artist from New Zealand. You heard it here. Lisa, thanks for having a chat with us, and good luck with everything. Hope to hear more from you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
This is breaking artist Lisa Grace with her debut single, Stay.
Looking out from where I stand in this position, once again I watch my dreams go by. It's not long before they leave my side. I can see it all when the lights get low. The darkest is when I feel most alone. But I stay. I try to move, but I break. All I can do is stay. All I can do is stay. Watch as the world fades. It's always the same. I want so bad to change, but all I can do is stay. Stay. Losing patience, I don't understand conflicting behaviors when I'm trying to mend. I watch my dreams go by. I'm petrified over losing the fight. I can see it all when the lights get low. The darkest is when I feel most alone. But I stay. I try to move, but I break. All I can do is stay. All I can do is stay. Watch as the world fades. It's always the same. I want so bad to change, but all I can do is stay. Stay. Ooh, 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 stay. Ooh, 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 stay. Ooh, 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 stay. Time keeps on moving, but I stay in place and see the color among all this gray. But I'll look for meaning while I'm finding my way. I won't run out of hope, I'll still stay. I'll try to move 'cause I'm brave. If all I can do is stay, all I can do is stay. I'll find beauty when it fades, when it's all just the same, and I can't see the change. I'll still stay.
Lisa Grace, what a very, very exciting breaking new artist from New Zealand. You heard her here on kiwiradio.nz. We are live right now, Tuesday 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to do a pop sandwich today, which means we're going to go from pop to heavy metal, I believe, progressive metal, then pop again. So up next, we have our next guest, Lorenzo Vici. Now, he's originally from Italy and now resides in New Zealand. A musician, producer, content creator, all-round good creative, and the tracks that we're going to showcase today, 3 songs from his EP, Anima. Welcome to the show there, Lorenzo.
Hello.
Oh,
hello.
There's the accent already, definitely from Italy, but
usually, not usually, but I don't do just metal. I try to vary on try to make as many genres as possible, like electronic, mixing metal with. It's a kind of a funny story because I was watching an anime with my partner, and this character came up called Johnson, and it's basically a human cockroach. And I don't know why it came to my mind this title for the song, and mainly the character doesn't die, but in my song dies.
Okay. Well, here I was thinking that it was a personal vendetta to a high school bully or something.
No, not bullying you. Luckily. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
well, we
yeah.
got 3 songs for you, so that's going to be excellent. Yeah, turn and crank your amps and volumes to 11. This is Lorenzo Vici on kiwiradio.nz. Rock and roll. Totally digging this. Now, I wouldn't actually classify that as metal. I would just call that intelligent rock. It's very mathematical and it's very interesting. And I somehow, for some reason, I really like instrumental rock projects. Now, this is a solo project of yours. I know you're a guitarist because there's all these videos of you playing guitar. You absolutely, you're the Slash, man. You're the Slash.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Who are your favorite guitarists? And also, my other question, if you can answer it, is: are you playing everything with this project?
Oh, okay. So, my favorite guitar player, I don't want to say more like obvious, but is Steve Vai.
Oh, I really like Steve Vai.
Yeah, he's like legendary. I don't know. To me, I've seen like one of his concerts, not live on DVD, but I was like mind blown on how he plays the guitar. I don't know. He's crazy. He's just crazy. I don't know what else to say.
And are you playing everything in this record, Anima?
Yeah, basically everything is done by me, but the only real thing is the guitar.
Yes, and everything else is drum machines, kind of what software can do now. And
now it's unbelievable the reality that a software can achieve these days.
I remember sitting in on a recording with a friend of mine, New Zealand musician called Josh Lees. He's more pop music, but I remember he spent like a third of his recording session sampling drums. It wasn't even like a drummer. He just sampled the kick, snare, and things. But he spent money on that. But the fact that you're doing it at home, obviously, is a great cost-saving benefit. But also, you're learning as well. You're making records, and kind of you've got that creative control, which is fascinating. I really love your music playing. I really love your guitar. And now, how does someone become so good like that? How many hours of guitar are you playing a week, practicing, rehearsing, playing?
Basically, it's my main job is to wake up, have breakfast, and then come to the studio and make as much music as possible to get better on playing guitar, mixing, and managing my stuff on social media, get to know people. So everything is done. I want to say is like a schedule. So
yes,
I wake up and I do this. So everything is programmed.
Now, you scheduled this radio interview in advance, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Now, speaking of socials, where's the best place to find you online?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Where's the best website to find you on the internet?
The best way the social media where I'm most active is Instagram, but you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, basically all the social media, YouTube, everywhere. I'm there.
You've got a link tree, which is all your links in one place. linktr.ee/V_law. And the L is a capital L as well. And yeah, absolutely. Well, really great music. On to the next song now, called Spike Above the Clouds. What got you started with this little number?
This song was like a more chill one compared to the other one. So it was just a way to kind of relax after having done all the heavy stuff. So yeah.
Cool.
Basically something to relax.
Well, stay tuned. This is a 5-minute masterpiece from Lorenzo. Lorenzo Vici, you heard it here on KiwiRadio.nz. We've got the artist in the hot seat. And coming up on the show as well, we've got the professionally sensitive Jeff Ong showcasing his music too. KiwiRadio.nz with your host, Ralphie. Spike Above the Clouds by Lorenzo Vici. Wow, fantastic. You would have fooled me with that drum programming because that just sounds completely real and just fitting, It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever considered submitting your music to, like, I don't know, video game companies and things like that?
Yeah, I've done some fan-made stuff, fan-made songs for, I don't know if you play video game like Horizon Forbidden West.
No way.
Yeah, I've done a fan-made and I posted it on Instagram and tagged the company, Guerrilla.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would really love to do music for a video game company, for sure. It would be a big step for me.
Well, hit him up on Instagram. He mentioned that was his main social page, _V_law_. A lot of underscores there. But you seem very friendly. Even the page there says, "Do you like what you hear? DM me to work with me. I'm friendly."
Yeah, I am.
You sound very friendly. Now,
Yeah,
one of my favorite rock projects is from a video game. Red Alert. Have you heard of Frank Klepaki and the Tiberian Sons?
Oh no, I never.
You got to check them out. Command and Conquer, obviously, especially
Okay.
with the remastered version celebrating 25 years of Command and Conquer. It's a strategy click and play war game. It's really cool, but the
Okay.
soundtrack is fantastic, and you'll really like it. It
Okay.
mixes the whole electronic with rock, which I hear
Oh.
in your music. So Frank Klepaki and the Tiberian Sons. In fact, I'll play you some at the tail end of the show if you'd like.
Absolutely.
And I really need to introduce people to that band. Speaking of sharing records, now you're from Italy originally. Is there any Italian bands you want to import into New Zealand?
Oh, I would love to import many bands from Italy. There's one
Like
called
whom?
there's one called Death Rage that are, for me, my opinion, they are top of the game in Italy about metal, music metal, and even like on stage they are amazing.
Cool.
And yeah, also Flash God Apocalypse, they are a historical band from Italy. They are around, I don't know, probably 90s, but I could be wrong, maybe a bit late. But they are around since long time.
Flesh God
Absolutely.
Apocalypse. Very cool. It sounds cool band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of metal, is when it hybrids into a different genre that you don't expect. It makes it super interesting, because metal has that dark elements, but when you introduce, like electronic, it makes it really, upbeat, and you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you can't expect anything.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Really cool music, and I'm glad to have you on the show. We've got
Thank you
one
so
final
much,
song
again.
from you. And what can people expect from you this year? What are you doing creatively with your music? Are you in the studio? What are you up to?
Oh yeah, I'm writing all days, every day, so they can expect more music coming from me, and I wish to get some collaboration on. So if you're up to hit me up, I'm always available.
Yeah.
And more music, more videos, and probably it will come. A video will come up really, really soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
What kind of musicians are you looking for collaborations? What's going to get you excited? Would it be a vocalist? Would it be a bagpipe?
Anyone
any
who wants to make music.
Yeah. That really does. It reminds me of a little, because I'm an audio engineer myself. I came across a busker who was from Japan, and he was playing didgeridoo and some really like Japanese style instruments. And I remember collaborating with him on a techno song and making it techno, and it sounded like it came out of Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? But like, I would not have expected that was in me, as a musician, when you
Yeah.
collaborate with something really weird and unique. In terms of vocalists, who would be sort of your dream go-to vocalist if they were to ring you up? Would it be, because I know Steve Vai sings.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who else?
As a
Who else want? In terms of musicians, who do you want calling you?
as a vocalist, like a famous one, it would be an honor for me to play a song or do a song with Ramos from Lawrence Shore or Phil Bozeman from Whitechapel. They are like best vocalists now for the metal scene. They are amazing. And I don't know, Tim Henson from Poesia, Misha Mansur from Periphery, like these two are guitar players, so there will be too many to list them all.
Now, a few musicians do listen and download the podcast for later. Just a reminder, everybody, you can download replays at kiwiradio.nz. So for those musicians listening in, I always like to insert a bit of a musical nugget. Now, you sound like a very intelligent, very, very good kind of music theory kind of guy, just because of your type of music, And what are your favorite or most obscure time signatures when it comes to your genre?
Oh, I'm not like a guy that does like weird time signatures, but I usually do, I don't know, probably 7/8, 5/4, just probably standard weird time signature. I wouldn't be able to do like Meshuggah time signatures.
Yeah.
They are too over the place for my simple brain. I don't know. I'm going for like 4/4, but with moved accents. Nothing special, but that sounds cool.
And what about what's your favorite guitar?
Ibanez for now, and probably forever it will be Ibanez, unless I get a custom one.
What's your favorite guitar pedal?
Guitar?
Guitar pedal or guitar?
Guitar pedal, probably the Tube Screamer.
Oh yeah, classic.
Good old
You're an
Tube Screamer,
Ibanez through and through, then.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Not sponsored by Ibanez, but Lorenzo is friendly enough that Ibanez, if you do contact them, I'm sure he'll say hello. Well, I'm sorry to say that this is the end of your segment. I really want to hear more, to be perfectly honest. So I'd love to play you some Frank and the Tiberian Sons straight after your track. So stay tuned to kiwiradio.nz. I'll play that straight after Lorenzo's signing off track. And then we're going to do the pop sandwich thing again. As mentioned, we started off with Lisa Grace, a great emerging pop musician. And then we're going to go to Jeff Ong as well to close the tail end of the show. Lorenzo, I wish you all the best. You're a very cool guy.
Thank you so much.
And
thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, and please stay in touch. And like you said, if you're in the studio all the time, man, we'd love to hear more from you.
Absolutely. I will be always here and doing music, so you'll hear a lot from me.
Excellent. And if you like rock music, we will be doing a rock special very soon as well. The full schedule will be on kiwiradio.nz. This is Lorenzo Vici. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Very cool. Stay cool. Wow, amazing music. Everything's Gone is the next song. 4 minutes of this wonderful track. And I want to play you some Frank and the Tiberian Sons just because I need to introduce that band to more people. It's really good. From one of my favorite video games, Red Alert, Command & Conquer. And then Jeff Ong will be on the hot seat. kiwiradio.nz. You're listening to KiwiRadio.nz. Give it up for Lorenzo Vici, originally from Italy, now residing in New Zealand. Woo, what great music. I'm really digging that. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to show you some Frank Klepaki. If you want to check out more of his music, head over to frankklepaki.com. Now, the surname's, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's spelt Kilo Lima Echo Paki, or just look up to the Tiberian Sons. And if you're into your video games, you're in for a treat. This is from Command and Conquer. I'm going to play you some Act on Instinct. Then straight after that, we've got the incredibly talented Jeff Ong. He's a pop star for dorks and just a generally lovely and very talented guy as well. So stick around for that. It is not to be missed. He is on the phone waiting in the sidelines very patiently. Here it is, Frank Klepaki from Command and Conquer. Check out all that music, man. It's so good. It gets me amped. I feel like I'm about to introduce a heavyweight WWF wrestler or something. I kind of am, because Jeff Ong is an absolute legend in the New Zealand music scene. He's also been charting consistently the commercial hit radio stations as well.
It's kind of overstating it a little bit.
Are you ready to rumble? Jeff Ong, you are an absolute legend. You've been around for ages, and your music just gets better and better, and I love it. So, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thank you for having me on.
How you doing? It's been a while since I actually heard from you. What are you up to creatively?
Yeah, it has been a while, eh? I'm trying to remember the last time we hung out. I feel like it was at your... I feel like I came by your studio, probably.
Yes.
We played on your little mini Nintendo system.
I remember that, and I think you were with Rachel Hamilton, another really great singer-songwriter from New Zealand, and we just kind of hung out, you're right, and did some stuff. And here I am, still plugging New Zealand music. I'm getting really passionate about sharing what's happening with New Zealand, and we have a few international listeners now, so it's really great for them to hear some stuff coming from down under. And Jeff Ong is a name that you need to listen to. Now, your tagline has changed. You used to be pop star for dorks. Now you're professionally sensitive. Did something happen, or what happened, my friend? It sounds like you turned down the enthusiasm, the I don't know. Did someone break up with you? Or
No, luckily not.
okay, because
I don't
they
know. I think
shouldn't. Because Jeff Ong's the man. Anyway, yes, carry on.
no, I don't know. I felt like it was time for a change, and I like kind of was thinking like how do I sum up what I do as a songwriter, right? And I think the majority of songwriters are like quite sensitive people, right? I think we have to be, and I just thought the idea of that was quite funny, like having to be sensitive professionally, like you
Yeah.
you have to be sensitive to do this job.
Yeah, yeah. It
So
it kind of is because, like you say, a singer songwriter, you're laying it all down in your feelings, your touchy feelings, and
mm.
and you're being very professionally sensitive about it. I love it. It's just so quirky. It's so Jeff Ong. Now, I'm going to open your segment with a song that I'm very familiar with called Fingerprints, but you've got some new music as well this year, which we're going to listen to. And you've got your own studio and everything, right? I see you sketching out some new song ideas here and there, and you're quite the busy creative.
Yeah, it's been quite a different kind of year or so. I haven't been focusing too much on my own stuff. Like I do some work as a producer as well.
Yes.
So I've been working with other artists, doing a lot of songwriting sessions.
Photography.
Photography's been a bit quiet lately. I still do it a lot just in my daily life, I guess, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think that I've been thinking for the last few months that it's kind of been time to start I guess swinging the focus back towards writing my own music and producing my own music. So like I'm just exploring like new sounds, I guess, and like new things that I want to write about, and like seeing where else I can go creatively, because I feel like it would be fun to try something new.
As a fellow creative, I totally relate to what you've just said, because I feel like creativity can come in cycles. I mean, at the moment, we're about 64 weeks in with this podcast showcasing New Zealand music, and I'm having a great time with it. But I also write music myself, and I promised myself that I'll have a wee break for 1 or 2 or maybe 3 months from the podcast next year to kind of sit down in the studio as well. And I feel like as a creative, I feel happy as long as I'm being creative in something, right?
Yeah, that's right. Totally. And like, that's really exciting as well. I'm keen to hear what you come up with, because how long has it been for you since you've
Last
been
record?
writing?
I released, actually I do. I kind of set myself goals to release something every year. And I managed to release 2 records this year, very, very underground. One called Souvenirs, that's available on Spotify under the project name Ralphie, Ralphe. And I also did one Wobbly Weekend, Wobbly, as in wob wob. That was like my little techno EP.
Oh, cool.
I was basically trying to be Mr. Ozio, flat beat. You know that song?
Who's that, sorry?
Mr. Ozio. Oh yeah, I used to know Herman. He's a real womp 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 womp. You know that song? No? Okay.
No, I think, to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the world of like techno and EDM.
I'm still stuck in the 90s. It was a really popular 90s techno song. And
right. Yeah.
actually, if you remember, it was like the music video was a yellow puppet, like sock puppet, and he would always smoke cigars. So yeah.
And I feel like I've never heard of this before.
Well, there we go. I kind of want to hear more from you in terms of we like to share record tastes here on the podcast as well. You've recommended a really cool Kiwi band who just released a new record. The band is The Beths, so we're going to play some of that later on. But yeah, I'm just happy to showcase your music. Let's get started, shall we, with Fingerprints. This is Jeff Ong.
Wait.
Yep. Jeff Ong, kiwiradio.nz. Really, really awesome musician. So very excited to hear from him.
Since I've moved back home, nothing really feels right. Your voice lingering in the walls and curtains still. Forgotten seconds, hours, minutes, and silences. And I'm wondering all about how it began. The people we are and the ones who were then. Was it worth it? And maybe you think I could see you again. And maybe it's easier just to pretend it was worth it. It was worth it. It's over now. Yes, it's over now. Do you still remember it? We used to wear, give every take of a compromised love affair. And I'm wondering all about how it began, and all of the ones that led up to the end. Was it worth it? And maybe I think I could see you again, and all of the questions and could have been. It was worth it. It was worth it. It's over now. Yes, it's over now. Do you still remember it?
You're tuned into kiwiradio.nz, simulcast on Up FM.
This is Up FM.
And we have the incredible, very edible Jeff Ong in the studio today. Well, remotely. I want to say in the studio because that makes it sound cooler, right?
Well, I guess I'm in my studio at home, so
yeah, it's amazing what technology can do now.
Yeah,
it really is. You know, if you watch Star Trek, teleports exist. It's called the internet, right? I just teleported into Jeff Ong's studio.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, if we were to hop in your vehicle, in your car, and to go on a road trip, what's some of your favorite records? What cassette tapes would you be playing us?
Oh, cassette tapes, man, that's a good question. I think right now I'm really into the new album by the 1975.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. It's just lots of and like very road trippy feeling music. I think.
You don't happen to be a big fan of The Weeknd as well, then?
The Weeknd, I like some of his stuff. I'm not.
Some of his new stuff is actually really interesting. It's not like his old stuff. I guess that's what a lot of musicians aim for. But yeah, it's like almost synth wavy, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's very different and very unique. Even some of his album artwork, he's gone all like he's dressed himself up as a really old man. He's not an old man. He's a very young artist. But like all the videos is him of like he almost looks like Moses. It's really weird. I don't know what.
Wow, buzzy.
I don't know what his marketing team was thinking, but it does.
Yeah.
It makes the music sound almost apocalyptic. You know, like that's maybe what he was going for, or like he was a time traveler or something like that. But yeah, really interesting stuff. But yeah, 1975. I agree. Another awesome band. What else?
I guess the Beths, as we talked about before. I'm a huge fan of theirs. Also very road trip ready music. Yeah, who else am I into? Who do I know? Oh, you know Masbo Q?
I feel like I've heard of him. Is he the instrumentalist that jams a lot, like live? No, you tell me.
So he's a local like a hip hop artist and producer.
We like local, being kiwiradio.nz and all. How do I spell that?
So it's MAZDOU, and then a space, and then the letter Q.
And what's the hot track from that artist?
Hot track from him. Oh man, there's so many.
Okay.
I really like Goat Problems, like GOAT Problems. That's him with Razor Beezer, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing team up.
I thought you said goat problems. That's why I was laughing. No.
Oh, it is Goat Problems.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
like greatest
it is
of all
goat
time.
problems.
Yeah.
But it's GOAT. What does that even stand for? I don't know.
The greatest of all time.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was a farmer and he was having goat problems this season or something.
I feel like it's quite a niche thing to write a song about.
Yeah.
Oh man, these goats.
They're
causing me a lot of difficulties.
Well, artists are trying to be unique somehow these days, you know. So if you, someone once told me the riches are in the niches, Ralphie. So if goat music is your thing, then I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but let's just play the best, shall we? From the song is called "Expert in a Dying Field," and we'll showcase some more of Jess' wonderful music. Yeah, we've got some very good music coming from New Zealand. Stick around. Hope you're enjoying the show. I see you're still out there listening in. Thank you so much. We're going a little overtime again, as we always do. Just got so much content to fit in an hour.
Is it as easy as this? Plausible deniability. I swear I've never heard of it. And I can close the door on us, but the room still exists, and I know you're in it. Hours of phrases I've memorized, thousands of lines on the page. All of my notes in a desolate pile I haven't touched in an age. And I can burn the evidence, but I can't burn the pain, and I can't forget it. How does it feel to be an expert in a dying field? And how do you know it's over when you can't let go? You can't let go, you can't stop, you can't rewind. Love is learned over time, till you're an expert in a dying field. The city is painted with memory. The water will never run clear. The birds and the bees and the flowers and trees, they know that we've both been here. And I can flee the country for the worst of the year, but I'll come back to it. How does it feel to be an expert in a dying field? And how do you know it's over when you can't let go? You can't let go, you can't stop, you can't rewind. Life is learned over time, till you're an expert in a dying field. Can we erase our history? Is it as easy as this? Maybe in other realities, the road never took this twist. And I can close the door on us, but the room still exists. How does it feel? How do you know
the best. And if you're looking for experts in what's hot in New Zealand music, you're listening to it right now, kiwiradio.nz. Yep, self-proclaimed, we are awesome. And speaking of awesome, Jeff Ong from jeffong.com is in the digital studio or interwebs with me. He's in his studio, I'm in my studio. There we go. And your new record is Maybe It'll Be Alright. That's the new record track, right? Name, right?
Yeah, I suppose it's not actually super new. It came out like nearly a couple of years ago now, which is quite a scary thought. But
it's always new to somebody, you know. That's what I always say. It's always new to someone, and
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, so how's it all going, anyways, with feedback of your music? And I'm kind of a little bit fumbly at the moment, Jeff, because even though I know you personally, I'm just a big fan of your music, so. I don't want to.
Oh man, thank you.
Keep complimenting you.
It's very kind.
I just love the transition that you've done with your music. You know, going into like the synth realm and stuff. Because I've always really liked synthesizers, and it just really suits you, my friend.
Oh, now, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much.
Now let's get into the storytelling part of the podcast. We'll play your music, and I'll ask you what it's about. Does this sound all right?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Well, we've got 2 more songs from Jeff Ong. This one here is called Wreck Myself. What's it about?
Well, I guess it's about self-sabotage, which is like not a super fun and light. Yeah, it's like not a super light topic to be talking about, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if it's just like a me thing or like a general creative person thing or maybe just a general human being thing. But I feel like a lot of the time, like self-sabotage is something that I do, and it's
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
It manifests in a lot of different ways, man. Like sometimes I'll know that I want to do something, and then I'll just like, I don't know, like for instance, like if I want to write a new song, like I know that I want to focus on my own music right now, and then I'll set some time aside to do that. And then, you know, maybe someone will be like, hey, are you free this afternoon for a covers gig? And I'll be like, like I did have time set aside. This is my internal monologue, right? But it's just easier to be like, sure, I'll take the gig, because it's easier to play a covers gig and make a bit of money than it is to sit down and like try and write a song, even though writing the song is really what I want to do, you know? So like, I'm kind of like, I'm like kneecapping myself by.
Do you find that you're trying to please? Do you find that you're trying to please people all the time, then, or?
Sometimes that's part of it, or like, I don't know. It's kind of just doing the thing that I know that I should do. You know what I mean? You know, and right now the struggle is trying to make myself focus on writing my own music, because that's really what I want to do, and I know that's what I want.
Yes.
But it's so easy to come up with an excuse to not. Be like, oh, I'm tired, or like that gig pays well, or whatever. So yeah, so that the song was kind of me exploring why I do this to myself.
Well, in a way, you found a song from somewhere. You know, you took it out and from a real scenario of what was happening or is happening, and you made a song out of it. And in a way, you are productive.
I suppose this one did work out quite nicely.
Yes, but I know what you mean. There's the social pressures, because there's only so many hours of the day. Even with this podcast, Jeff, you know, I'm a full-time dad now, and so I set myself a goal to podcast and interview 2 or 3 artists every week, and I'm always just bombarded by requests, and it's like, how do I fit my personal life with the podcast thing, because it's something I really want to do. But it's like you've only got so many hours, right? And what I found personally is just sticking to a routine and setting my boundaries really clear with people. Like, for example, I tell people, you know, this is the set amount of time that I have each week. Or send me an email if you want something. I'll only respond by email, that kind of thing. And it kind of funnels the requests through. But in terms of, I guess, the gigging thing as well, because you are a gigging musician, it's a little bit trickier, right? Because sometimes you have to call people as well. It's not just by email. So, Yeah, it's quite the juggle. It's quite the juggle. But you are doing it, and that's why I respect you a lot, man, because you're hitting, like, you're throwing all these balls in the air, and then just every now and then you're hitting a home run, you know, with your music. And I personally am really appreciating it. I still have some Jeff Ong CDs in my CD collection, so I'm sure that once I rejoin the workforce, I'm going to be stocking up on some Jeff Ong merch. Speaking of Jeff Ong merch, you can actually support him on Bandcamp, and you should do that. You handcraft everything, don't you? You've got the full album, you burn it in your MacBook, a super drive, and you've got some zines with some song stories and stuff. You put a lot of effort to your merch, and maybe you want to give the merch a plug. Where can people buy that?
Yeah, Bandcamp. I think, so if you go to just jeffong.bandcamp.com, I think I've only got 5 left. But yeah, that's I'm glad that you pointed that out, man, because I think it's a big I don't know. I feel like it's important, right? Because CDs, like, they're not really that commonly used anymore. I still
like CDs. I receive CDs from my muso friends because I feel like it's almost like a Christmas card from them or something. You know, like I still collect CDs personally, and I love it when musicians, you know, do a limited number run, or in your case, you're literally handwritten and everything, right? So I guess you put a lot of love into your music, and that shows, you know.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Now, who is your biggest fan other than me? Who's flooding your inbox with good stuff? Any shout outs?
Did you say my biggest fan?
Yeah. Or do you have any shout outs for the show?
Any shout outs for the show? I don't know. I don't know if I have anything. I have no idea, man. But
Michael,
shout out! I have a gig. I'm playing tomorrow at Move Space.
Oh, you're playing a gig?
Dominion Road. Yeah, I'm playing a gig tomorrow.
We should probably
not tomorrow,
have started the podcast with that. So Thursday, it's Tuesday now, if you're listening in live, and all 13 of you, head over to Dominion Road in 2 days' time. Thursday, the 10th of November, 2022. What time and where there, Jeff?
Move Space, and doors are open at 7 p.m. So we'll be opening for my friend Valere. Actually,
I love her.
Shout out to her. She's amazing. It's her single release show. She's up in Auckland from Christchurch. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Cha-cha, Christchurch.
Yeah, great music from Christchurch. Absolutely. And if you don't know where Move Space is, it's next to KFC and Potters Park and Dominion Road. I've been there myself. It's a cute little venue, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll play the song now. Wreck Myself, the self-sabotage tune by Jeff Fong. He shouldn't be too hard on himself because he is a legend.
Lately, we're right before I want it, splitting into on the horizon. In my brain with all the things that I haven't done. Overthink about the returning of the sun. Overthinking every little thing, hating on myself relentlessly, freaking out in my own head again. Don't wanna think about the way that I've been messing it up. Push it away and I pretend that I just don't give a fuck. It fucks me up the way I wreck myself. Ooh, you know that I'm just restless, chasing tomorrow on a breadcrumb before moving on into the next one. Sometimes I feel like I should learn how to slow things down, freaking out at night every time I try to lay down. Always feeling like I'm paralyzed, forever waiting on some kind of sign. It never feels like this is the right time. Overthinking every little thing, hating on myself relentlessly, freaking out in my own head again. Don't wanna think about the way that I've been messing it up, push it away, and I pretend that I just don't give a fuck. It fucks me up the way I wreck myself. Ooh, you know that I just don't wanna think about the fuck. It fucks me up the way I wreck myself. Ooh,
You're listening to KiwiRadio.nz with a very talented Jeff Ong. Now, this has really got me excited because a lot of this music there, Jeff, I haven't heard yet, which is weird because I listen to you all the time. I think I stick to my favorites of your catalog, but there's a lot of tunes from your new record which I haven't listened to yet, and including that one, and it's really good. Like it's maintained my expectation. Like the singing is on form, the production is amazing, the drums is fantastic, the synthesizers is like nostalgic sounding. You know, it's new but old. So I've got. I'm going to tell you, my friend, everything's going to... your next track, by the way, your closing song is called Maybe It'll Be All Right. I'm going to tell you and promise you, Jeff, everything's going to be all right with your music because you're one talented dude. In fact, I want a live reaction from you because I've got some news for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me, man.
Check your email. I just bought your album.
Oh, did you? Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Apparently,
Thank you, bro. Thanks so much for doing that.
estimated shipping time is November 15. Ooh, I'm rubbing my hands, man. I'm looking forward to the handmade CD and merch pack from Jeff Ong. It wasn't cheap.
Coming your way.
It wasn't cheap, my friend, but it's worth it. You're worth it. Jeff Ong. And there's a lot of tracks in that album that I haven't listened to yet, so I'm very excited.
Sweet.
So, yeah. Write me a little love note, my friend.
Oh, yeah, I certainly will.
And you'll know where I live, so just keep that private, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm actually in the midst of moving, so it doesn't matter too much. But
okay. Hopefully it should arrive on time.
Yeah. So yeah, what's your reaction? What's your this is the live reaction.
Live reaction. I mean, I'm very grateful to you for doing that. Thanks, man. It's a very nice thing to do, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find the lyric booklet interesting. Yeah, I hope you find the photos and the behind-the-scenes stuff kind of fun to look at as well.
Yeah, it looks super cool. Like there's some Polaroids and stuff. It looked like it needed to be in my collection. You are officially out of 64 episodes. You are only the second person that I've done this. The first one was Luke Hurley because I've always been a big fan of his, and I did a live buy or live reaction with him, and you were officially the second. So,
oh wow, that's an honor. Thanks.
Well, Jeff, what can people expect from you this year, next year with your music? Have you got? I see on your socials you are definitely writing music, but are there a few tunes that you're really excited about, or like you say, do you find the gigs are kind of keep popping up and keep pushing back the release dates?
Yeah, I've got a few songs kind of in the pipeline. I'd like to put together like an EP. Couple months, I think. Maybe early next year or mid next year. Who knows, man? Like you know what it's like trying to release music. It's real hard.
Yeah.
But I think there's a few songs which feel promising. So I want to just keep writing, keep working on those. Just get them out there. So I think early next year there's going to be a song coming out with a record label called Yo Records, who are based over in LA. Yeah, they're really cool. They're like their whole focus is on like increasing visibility for Asian artists in Western media.
Nice.
So that's a really nice and exciting thing to be a part of. And so we're still working on kind of the exact timeline of that, but hopefully I'll have some news pretty soon.
Ooh, very exciting. Well, if you've got breaking news, please let kiwiradio.nz know. We've bookmarked you, my friend. We've got you on the favorites. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for hanging out and doing the overtime slot as well. Like I said, you've done some amazing achievements this year with some really cool sort of mainstream radio play as well, and I really do appreciate you taking the time for the little guys as well. I guess that's what makes like super fans, because I remember listening to an interview of Linkin Park, and they would do that. Like no matter how big they got, every show they would try to talk to everybody, that kind of thing, and that's what makes super fans, And I think that's what has made me a super fan over the years, because you're quite approachable. Like obviously, clearly very talented, but really approachable, and so that's what I love about you, and thank you so much. Looking forward to that CD, my friend.
Oh, thank you, bro. Much appreciated. And yeah, thank you for having me on the show. Like, it's been awesome. It's really nice to catch up and like
it has
hear
been.
about how you're doing and hear about the podcast life and the dad life and the music releasing life. So yeah, it's been ages. So it's
it
really
has
nice.
been. It has been way too long. And Jeff, it's really, really good to hear from you. And stay cool, stay creative. Okay, thank you for being on the show.
Yeah. Likewise, bro.
And before we close off your segment, any final words?
I don't know. Just keep listening to New Zealand music, and thank you for being like a passionate and vocal supporter of what we're doing. Because I feel like we need more people who are like you. So thanks.
No, thank you. I feel like I'm a definite cheerleader with New Zealand music. Because I just love it. It's like it's really cool when you find something special and then you realize it's local. It makes it even cooler. Like I love that feeling. And my CD collection is getting ridiculously awesome with the indie stuff. So I really love it. It's music that I wouldn't have heard of if I wasn't talking to the artists like I do now. It's I feel very privileged to have that kind of access, to be honest, and to have you in my phone. Like, hey Jeff, do you want to come on a podcast? That kind of level of access is amazing. So thank you for being on the show, Jeff. When you've got new music, please just let us know. And I've said this time and time again, just stay awesome, okay? Oh, well, that's the show, everybody. You're listening to kiwiradio.nz. I loved that reaction from Jeff. Yeah, I love doing that. It's a lot of fun. JeffOng.com is his website. If you want to do what I did and buy his, I guess there's only 4 CDs left because I bought the 5th to last one. Head over to jeffong.bandcamp.com.
I should have guessed I'd be letting myself down again, waiting on my damn self. But I don't know where I'd wanna go, even if I wasn't stuck in my head, circling, go round, round, around again, round, round, around again, compiling lies I used to find again, find her eyes. Flickering lights on a screen illuminate my face with electronic melancholy. Will the summer come find me? I'm so sick of feeling tired and trying to turn it into poetry. Stuck in my head, circling, go round, round, around again, round, round, around again. Compiling lies I used to say. I'm fine, fine, fine again, fine, fine, fine again. And oh, maybe it'll be alright.
so beautiful. With all the things happening in the world at the moment, there's just always something beautiful about music. Music is such a big part of my life and will always be. And also the community that goes with music, you know. The fact that I can ring Jeff on and have him on the show, or Lisa and Lorenzo, you know, sharing a moment, even if it's just via phone call and not some instant message, you know, actually hearing that person's voice, hearing that person's soul, their story, and everything that makes them a wonderful human being. I've certainly heard some amazing artists on the show, and it's become a hit. It's been really amazing, your support. Speaking of support, the fact that I can, you know, even, you know, support other artists and buy their merch and things like that. I want to thank my sponsors. So that's MDWH, also Anarchy from Australia, and all the others as well, supporting like $2 a month or whatever, just to keep the radio service happening. It's not about the $2, my friend. It's about the community. You know, the fact that we can have a little platform on the internet to showcase people's music, and that's the beautiful thing about KiwiRadio.nz. And that's the show. I'm Ralphie, signing out. Hope you've enjoyed the slightly extended episode. To be honest, it's becoming a bit of a routine. There's just so much content to fit in a usual hour. But yeah, that's an hour and a half that's just flew by. We've got a ton more music to come. If you want to check out the full schedule, go to kiwiradio.nz. You'll be also, you're able to download some awesome replays via MP3. Most of it free, but like I said, you know, if you become a member, $2 a month, that's nothing. That's nothing, especially if you got a job, you know. Support the arts. And speaking of local, I want to say a huge thank you to our other sponsor, aucklandmamamarket.co.nz. It's been like 5 years since I've been doing their live music. We've got heaps of new venues that we've added as well for next year. And it's just an exciting time for the market, and you can support local businesses, local goods, local services. Head along to aucklandmamamarket.co.nz and join their socials. Tell them that Ralphie sent you. That's the show. That's fantastic. Stay cool. Stay creative. See you next week, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Same time, same channel. Bye-bye.